Kakkosena Holappa kolmas. Ja siellä pyörähdys. Palmasiin tullessa siellä on pyörähdys. Käytännössä hiekan puolella. Siellä on sitten 5.
3 into 2 here. Oh, Power got hit on the inside.
Yeah, Bolton hit Power.
Left front.
Might we get a clue as to why we had the yellow? Oh, I don't believe it! Contact!
Taking Ray Mossy. All their side-by-side contact.
Their teammates collide! And it's the start, but it's Emma Kimmerleinen diving late on the brakes and making contact. And that is... Let's see it again then. You're waiting for car 9.
Car 9, and that was coming out of turn 9, I believe. So that match.
Oh, lost the rear ends. Oh, he's gone in backwards.
Get going. Hit me. Yeah, we saw damage.
He locked up on the hard compound.
Blue flag for Hamilton lane through.
Vesti is now trying to dive to the inside of Doohan. Will they all make it through? Dragovic is into the side there and a spin in the middle.
And it was Vesti who looked like he was going to get brave down the inside. There's the contact then.
And when Dragovic is on a dirty part of the racetrack, remember, the rubber washed away here, pincer movement, round goes Hauger out of the race.
Yeah. All over the curb on the apex. Here's what befell of Vidales, and he looks like he's actually dropped it before the curb there in the mid-corner of turn 3. Didn't see who he connected with, but causing our yellow flag. And it's further down the field then. Oh, pinball action.
That's been
but it's Leclerc who looks to the inside of Crawford. And they made contact.
No, contact between Leclerc and Crawford. Crawford is round.
Looks to the inside of Crawford, who just minding his own business a little bit too over. Just find absolutely no performance from the car. And there is contact then between Martins and Leclerc. Yeah, very, very busy stuff, and forced wider and wider in terms of radius.
So Byrne was on the outside for the first corner. He got squeezed into the wall, and then they see them go 3 wide and Sam Byrne.
Absolutely. He's looking at Eduardo Mortara. Whoa! Spins at turn 9. Oh, wow. He hit the wall. Oh, big slide, and he's gone into the wall. Edo Mortara.
They ended up in the wall there yesterday. You see Askew looked like he didn't realise the car.
Oh, he's slowed down here, so I think he's definitely hit the wall at that chicane.
Into the inside as close as they can as they now weave to the outside. Oh, big launch, big shove in the back. And that's what sent Santiago Ramos into the barrier. Gravel trap there, you can see certainly the collision further back and then the upend in the rear. That was Pietro Armani with another positive performance. Oh, an incident as well. Here's the replay coverage. The FA race.
Le pilote impliqué. Ouais, c'est un enchaînement avec 2-3 voitures impliquées. Les deux. C'est un calcul, cela dit, il doit faire attention parce que Edgar Pierre n'est pas loin derrière avec l'accrochage entre Race et Mini qui ne se lâchait pas depuis quelques tours maintenant. Valentino Mini, évidemment, les voitures sont très très proches l'une des autres. Et en fait, le contact, c'était avec Edgar Pierre, qui est envoyé par la suite en tête à queue, mais le premier contact, c'était avec Edgar Pierre, en effet. Ouais, avec l'aileron, il est clair et net, et là, je pense que la crevaison est immédiate. C'est pour ça qu'il perd la voiture, et ça surprend Enzo Peugeot. Il y a un concours de
just getting on the brakes a fraction early. Hard to tell from that shot. No, you can see the nose dip.
Yes.
And Lewandowski was coming up and just did not expect him to brake that early.
And that explains how the shape.
Or the other Oregon car. Oh, late turn in across the bows.
So the green car is going to get contacted by others getting sideways ahead and slithering across the road. So Rindoni was the innocent party in all of that. The winning car of yesterday, Milantic and Marzio Moretti. Now what happened up at Les Combes? Let's have a look. There's the spin. And Van der Horst found part. This was the contact that he had with Max Wearing. Big whack, and around the car goes. Brissell once more, And because Gavatsova is getting defensive, so Jiggler is getting away in the race lead, and Wells up the inside, and there's contact, and off goes Gavatsova. Wells is delayed.
See what happened.
Look at the top of the screen.
Oh, he got onto the very, very dirty bit of the racetrack. Oh. Well, that might be a new front.
And this might tell us why. Oh dear, it's an Allied Racing Porsche that's in the gravel and in the tyres. It cleared the gravel, but it got the 51 Nicholas Nielsen car. Now, that was how Nigel Baye got into the gravel, and I think he might have had a bit of an assist there. That was Kenny Harbold, who was very close to him. And here he goes,
and
sideways. Yeah, it was Blanchimont. Wait for the bang.
Yes, indeed. Oh, I mean, that's a heavy impact on the left front. And bodywork, apart from anything else being
has come to grief at Bruxelles, and I fear hip and shoulder taking place here. Yes, he was assaulted by the 188 McLaren.
Incident as well.
Right, this is Jonathan Hui. This is the onboard. Look, and there's a gap there, and Jonathan Hui
he's committed his nose in. Yeah, he's committed to a closing gap.
Yeah, he's being more truculent, and yeah.
Here's the replay of Isaac Tutumlu Lopez, and then the Ferrari has just been hit by Ribera, so that or the Aston Martin.
That's actually the phrase that pays.
Now let's. Oh, he gets. It wasn't the same incident. He got into the back of the Porsche coming out of the Cours Paul Frere. So Al-Faisal Al-Zubar ran into the back. More drama up towards Les Combes, and poor L57 yet again gets turned around. Oh, and then gets collected. Blimey, when it's not your day, it is not your day.
Course yellow now.
We're going full course yellow, and that means therefore that with the number 10 Audi off the racetrack, there it is in replay.
Now then.
Well, I don't know. The first time we saw it was coming through the exit
out of
Blanchimont.
On the dirt, and just gets, just gets sucked out into that. What do we see here? Coming up towards out of Blanchimont, spin, tagged from behind, and that was a firm impact with the barriers. He was tagged from behind, I think.
Okay, background of the shot. Oh, the Mercedes diving up the inside, and I'm afraid
that was him lunging up the inside.
Yes, that was Arjun Maini diving up the inside. So David Perel, the innocent.
Let's have a look, or has he just missed his braking point? Oh, not the retardation that you would expect.
10 seconds.
And a lot of understeer.
Oh, is this going to be a contact between two cars? It is. It is. The Mercedes tags the rear of the McLaren, and it turns sharp right. And McLaren, let's look at it from this head-on view. Yeah, he goes, and he hits that. That's a big, big impact. But remember, the McLaren has got what they call a monocell. It's a full carbon fiber chassis.
Change, have we not? In as much as the Porsche has got up and past the Mercedes, this is how it happened, because there's contact, and Gounon got tagged by the Sky Tempest lower than Stuart Hall in the first sector alone. And there, look, side by side, Nick Homerson right round the outside of Richard Mines, and the Maserati spins, and around goes Homerson, and off in avoidance goes Richard Mines. Goes a bit wide, but if Potty was measuring his pace against it, finds himself on the marbles on the outside. The car's run wide, so in a minute, expect to see it come spearing across the racetrack. There it is, and bang. And I think that was a Cayman, wasn't it?
Second is on his own because there was so much field spread at the start of the race, and I think he might. Oh no, there's someone's just come across him on the right-hand side. There was contact.
Yeah, a little bit of contention. Now, what happened here? One car, it was the Alpine that got sideways, drilled the Aston, and fired that into somebody else. So that was. I think the Alpine is going to get a. Oh no, Noah Andy swipes across the front, turns himself around. Let's see. Yep, they turn through. There's the Toyota on the inside. That gets into the Allied Porsche. Mercedes hits McLaren, and yeah, Blanchimond's just got nowhere to go. Lachnau has to go into the gravel in avoidance and then get stuck. So have a look up against the wall. Where does the contact come? Jacoma got a tag, and he got fired into an Audi and goes around, and that's where Kronberg was off the road on the outside.
No, it was the 23 diving down the inside of Eric Kwong. That's what started the issue.
这样的刹车点呢来得更晚，所以是一举超越了严闯，率先进入到了1号弯。这呢还是有一些撞击力度的。
是的，确实也是赛道的湿滑导致这个赛车也很难去进。
这也是像刚才的若涵提到的，通常1号弯起步之后呢，内线方面会非常的拥挤。
这里其实谢兴哲在3号弯的时候也是和对手有一点，
应该是江腾毅。
这里36个赛车，
哎呀，这台赛车奥迪直接是撞墙了，应该是有损毁了。就到了8号弯，哇，张翰这个黄福金的赛车呢，往左靠的有点太。
Straightens back out, and we stay green. This was the
start of the race, you saw how Haley got spun around.
Yeah, just 5 wide getting in the corner on the
This is more contact that spins Chastain around. The 17 of Buescher and the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Look how far back he is. He knows he can't get the car slowed down, so he's trying to avoid just hitting anything. But at one point, this is crazy. I can't believe. Oh no!
And around goes
the
off
four,
the front of the Ty Gibbs. It's Harvick.
Oh my gosh!
Far through the grass.
You see here the replay down into turn 1. Oh, there's Eric Almirola getting to the right side of Kyle Larson. And then right here, Harrison Burton trying to outbrake and get underneath the 41 of Custern.
Let's take a look. Oh boy!
Oh my goodness!
Oh, and I'm sure Kyle was coming over to apologize.
That's a big impact. Oh my goodness! Gosh!
You're in the braking zone.
A lot of contact. Around goes 2 cars, 3 cars now around.
The 9 car
has been around. And now, Aaron Jones in the 43 goes around.
Truex, Dillon.
Austin Dillon in the 3s.
All this action right here, not wanting to be a part of that.
Yeah, I think he slowed down here because he had to make the corner. Yeah. I don't think he was slowing down to try to merge in.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah, so clearly a brake issue, and Parker just in there. And poor Ryan Ellis.
3 wide behind him for 3rd and 4th, and around goes Ty Gibbs right in front of the field.
And there's Sheldon Creed. See, he's around backwards.
Yeah, the red and white number 2 gets tagged there.
We talked about the day Sheldon Creed was having. Chastain kind of off the curve. Looks like he made contact. Creed went around.
How'd you like my circle there, Phil?
Yep, top of the screen. Looked like Josh Riom got by Spencer. Not sure if Spencer made contact then or not, but obviously we saw
scrum just inside the top 20. A mess.
At least 4 wide.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, they just squeezed up on him and caught him in the left rear quarter.
And that's hard contact.
It is, against that inside wall, and that's concrete down there.
Got into Hocevar a little bit right there, and then Hocevar maybe gave him a little payback.
That would be a little bit of a retaliation, looks like.
I believe I put this one down in bold ink when we just got turned around. And remember that. Yeah. And there's one way to get the move made.
Yeah, there's the contact, unfortunately. Around goes Christian Rose. But look how heavy. Right behind them, that was the leaders in some heavy traffic. The 7 has an issue right there.
Yeah, Collins didn't get going. Mandy was rolling. Nothing she could do. That just happened.
They're going to come in there. It looks like Tony's trying to go under Dylan Feccio. Just gets loose there in the middle of the racetrack. And then Christian Rose came along. He actually hit the outside wall first.
Quinta. Olha só, você vê que ele tomou toque, recebeu toque. E o César Ramos lidera com a melhor volta em 1:44, 219, abrindo 6 décimos em relação ao Matias Rossi, o Gabriel Casagrande.
O Jimenez está entrando. Ó, Felipe Batista ali no meio.
Será que foi
teve beijinho do Diego Nunes?
Ah, teve. E conseguiu sair bem, porém o Cezinha perdeu o controle, o Felipe também.
Exatamente.
Talvez sobre algum gancho pro Felipe Fraga.
Do Bruno Batista com o Diego Nunes, ó, já fritou pneu na freada, viu?
Acho que isso vai dar ruim pro Bruno. Eu acho que vai dar ruim pro Bruno.
Já deu, né? Já tá fora da
ruim, mas pra frente. Ele deve receber pontos na cédula desportiva.
Olha lá, o Rubinho coloca por dentro e vai lá no Salas.
Ei, Rubens.
Totozinho ali no Salas, o Felipe Batista tava ali pelo meio.
Não foi assim que você aprendeu, meu amigo.
O dive bomb ali do Rafinha Reis.
O Cole deu uma espremida sem necessidade.
Com o Lucas Cole. Já voa pedaço de Staico, vai ali à frente do Nicolas Giafone e do Vinícius Tessari. Aí já tem toque dos companheiros da KTF.
Esses aí tocaram tinta com gosto, hein?
Bico de carro. Uma esparramada e acabou dando ruim pro Ricardinho Grácia e também pro Lucas Zucchini. Ela na disputa ali, ela vinha numa disputa, aí já é um segundo toque, porque ela já estava com o bico.
E rápido também, são estilos diferentes. Repare que vocês vão ver na freada do Ed Senna.
E aí o João Vieira já viu.
La palma para no darle lugar al de las petacas. Andrés Siempre la Santina. Uy.
y ahí se terminó, mira vos, de la Santina que venía sin...
Que Maurelli se sigue escapando sobre Sebastián González que viene defendiendo los embates.
Uy, Pontoni con... bueno, con Sacone. Atrás viene el de Cerato, de la mano de Mauri. Vale, uy, mira vos. Kunzi con Luca. Sí, los dos están Estefano.
Se llegan a dar un contacto lado a lado. La verdad no sabemos de qué forma se haga ese contacto. Por ahí tuvo un despiste y se logra volver en... Estos novatos están en un contacto. Es Edwin Arenas a la distancia, Enrique Reina. Federico López han tenido un contacto.
Tanto, fíjate acá cómo vienen dando. ¡Ay! Se tocaron trompo allí de la máquina de Diego Martino. Se fue Diego al trompo. ¡Ay! Se pegó allí con el auto que le corresponde a Ariel Lozano. Mirá vos qué lástima. Ganando ubicación en la máquina de Mateo Loreto. Ahí se va el trompo lamentablemente allí de la máquina de Larrea. Martín Larrea que van a ir a la curva número 1. Costa Pasera por afuera. ¡Ay! Se tocaron. Trompo. Se fue Diego, se fue Rojas. Afuera, se fue Diego Rojas afuera, mirá vos qué lástima, al momento de fase en una maniobra extraordinaria, pero se abre demasiado, hay trompo de Rigoni que no le pegó de casualidad cuando dejaban atrás la curva número 1, pasa en el nuevo segundo y ya está segundo, Rojas se pasó de costado, ahí se tocaron, se pegaron así con el auto de Mosquera, mirá vos qué lástima, se cruzó el auto de Rojas, no lo...
ระเบิดซุ้มล้อออกมาเองเลยครับยางและดิฟฟิวเซอร์ใต้ท้องอีก1ชิ้น
โอ้โหจังหวะนี้นี่ต้องมีจังหวะที่ระเบิดนั้นต้องมีเกือบ200นะครับความเร็ว
ผมว่าเกิดจากการเสียดสีในซุ้มล้อนะ
เป็นไปได้ครับโอมแล้วก็มินนี่ครับโอมต้องระวังเรื่องของการข้างหลังโดนจิ้มหมุนครับเจ้ากอล์ฟครับ31โอ้เสียตำแหน่งไปโถไล่ตามไปเรื่อยๆแล้วปล่อยให้ข้างหน้าเนี่ยโดนกันแล้วครับจังหวะที่เบรกแล้วมาเข้าโค้ง12ครับต่างคนต่าง
เบรกล็อกนะครับออกจากล้อหน้าซ้ายแต่ดูทรงแล้วไม่น่าใช่เบรก
Robertson as they come out of turn 4. Devon Robertson on the inside trying to come through there, and in the background, is that Juster? Yes it is, Niels Juster out of shape.
Kobe's a little bit of help from Tyler Ripkema. Slid up the racetrack and just barely missed the side wall by about an inch with that right front tire. Most of the on the bottom actually made contact with the second place car on the front straightaway, and that was Eric Goodale, and sent that car sliding sideways down through the infield grass. Left rear tire went down, the car spun around, made heavy contact with the left front and the left rear of that machine. It was only about 2
eyes, and we are racing after the first corner. Good start for Tony, cuts across on Bertuca. Bertuca spins off. There's problems going on further back. Everybody trying to keep themselves out of harm's way. There's a little toing and froing, and 3 or 4 carts end up off the road. Several carts against the barriers. So to third place, there's a little bit of wheel banging, and there's a collision. Off the road. Several carts going sideways and off and up and over. Well, trying to hold it right round the outside, and he has made it. Joe Turney on the grass. And 2 carts go up in the air further back. They've gone clean off the road. He's going to lose a little bit of track. Spin on the way through. I think that's Zachary David. Round the outside, he's going to squeeze Gowder. Gowder's going to leave him very little room. Turney has managed to get across, and he's going to pop up into second. If it's not careful, 2 carts off in the background. So room, Turney has managed to get across, and he's going to pop up into second. If it's not careful, 2 carts off in the background. So 2 carts skating off onto the grass. Kind of technical problem. He's lost about... big problem. So he's off the road. Bishop. No, you don't. Contact. Garcia and Robinson. Several carts spat out. Robinson is out of the race. Others are trying to pick their way through, and a nice opportunity to get an overtake or turn a spin. That's one of the CRGs going off. He is now going wheel to wheel with Bosco Arias, and they bag wheels on a spin. Off goes Bosco Arias. Arias spins. Brilliant start in the first corner from Ben Smith. He gets into second place, and there's contact. That looks like Harrison Mackey's gone back in 8th position. So a very, very tight midfield, as you can see. In a bit of a... contact! Bass and Bass have gone, and there's a third one that's gone with them.
600 Next Generation e la 600 CIV. La pole position di Roberto Mercandelli che scatta a bere, poi subito un ice. Nel finale sembra avercela fatta invece al carro Osa. Molto coppola, troppo. Difficile trovare un pilota che riesca a comandare questa corsa. Poi Venanzoni qui, Nicolas con la corrente, Ferrandez Beneite, Guido Pini, Carraro, contatto su Brevo dell'AC Racing Team. Qui purtroppo la subito davanti a Oriarte, a Boggio e a Zanni, subito pacchetto di mischia con tutti i protagonisti là davanti e iniziano un po' le qui siamo con Cavalletto, Maserati, poi ancora con Turner, sono tanti, capita anche questo con Giulio Pugliese, impressionante al curvone.
Towards the bottom of the circuit. That's a massive incident.
Yes, he just changed from direction. With another rider, look for the green Kawasaki. There he is, all on his own, I'm afraid. But it, as I say, was a valiant effort to even try to start this race. Poor Alex, what a horrible weekend. Great job from Rinaldi here. He's now lost the front. It was too much for him. Oh, Bowlegger comes through, and Caracasula's off. That's Agasser off, and Caracasula off. Big drama. I think it's going to be a high side or low side. Yeah, just low side into turn 10. A real classic here at Marsted. Ollie Bayliss, top of the screen. And is he going to land in an awkward position? Oh, yeah, he just tried to get up a bit quick, didn't he? This is the replay as he comes out of the final corner. Suma. Suma had a massive moment in front of him, which then just slowed Suma down. Odendahl.
Number 27, and Svoboda goes down. He hits Sabatucci. Svoboda, Sabatucci and Geiger are all down.
We are on lap 4.
Oh, it's down. Alex Mian out of the race. What happened?
Oh, that is such an unusual crash. He was slightly wide, offline, where the track's not as clean, I think, maybe.
There's been a crash further back already between Offer and Byman. There's Urachi. He's clipped the back of another Kawasaki. It's gone down on the left-hand side. Look for the orange flag there.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear. That was on the direction change between the two corners, wasn't it?
Yeah, as soon as your front wheel touches the back wheel of somebody else, there's only ever...
He's coming into the frame now on your left-hand side, and there he goes.
Just loses the rear with a look of it. Unusual crash there. As you can see, the track just drops off a little bit, slightly off camber.
So I'm thinking it's Ezra Bobby. It gets high-sided off the inside of the bike. Bike's going to ghost ride, and Ezra is just, wow.
That's
so he got high into tricky turn 7. And he's down before you can even know it. That bike's going to start flipping and rip the front end off that R1. Gagne's going for a big ride, and you can see there goes that front end. That thing's across the other side of the track, and Petrucci will have seen that.
Up right away, but you knew he was going for it. But it's so tight to the inside.
See the front end there, just caught that bump while he was trail braking, and just takes that little bit.
Braking left-hand corner, heading towards the bridge, and Gus Rodeo goes sideways. Oh, and he cleans him out.
Yeah,
so Max
to try to continue to close this gap.
Down. Oh no!
And Gus Rodeo's off.
Oh, heartbreak for Rodeo.
Yeah, I think he's a little disappointed he didn't get that pole position.
Ooh.
Down goes O'Hara.
Tipped it down.